3 out of 4 taxpayers get a tax refund every year and have done so for near decades. So why do millions of people wait to file their tax refund until April? I'm Mark Steber, Chief Tax Information Officer at Jackson Hewitt, and today I'm going to share the top reasons you should not wait until tax day to file your federal income tax return. Because there are many advantages to filing early. Why should you file your income tax return early, you ask? There are many benefits of filing taxes early, and not just tax tips for the rich and wealthy, but for all Americans. Here are my top 4 reasons to file your taxes as early as you can. 1. Filing early helps protect against identity theft and tax refund fraud. As soon as a Social Security number is used for this year's taxes, it cannot be used again, at least not easily, and certainly not electronically with the IRS and states. Unfortunately, there are a lot of scammers out there. Fraudulent tax return filings that use your information can cause major headaches. But you can avoid that by filing early. The sooner you file your tax return, the faster your data is locked down and protected against someone else trying to use it. Reason 2. Filing early can lead the IRS to processing your tax return sooner. It's not magic. File early, IRS processes you early. And because most people get a refund, it also means you'll get your refund sooner. In fact, the IRS says most refunds are funded within 21 days after being processed. Getting your tax refund sooner is a good thing. This money can help in so many ways, from paying bills or buying essential items and helping you reach your financial goals, like funding your retirement and savings accounts. 3. This one is not well known and kind of a tax secret tip. If you file your taxes early, but you owe the IRS or state and have a balance due, you have more time to gather the money to pay. It's a myth that you have to pay taxes you owe the same day you file. If you file early, you still get the first benefit of having locked down your data from scammers, but you still do not have to pay any balance due until tax day at midnight. And finally, 4. Even if you just start the process of filing early, rather than waiting until the clock strikes midnight, you're giving yourself more time to gather all your documents and information you need to file a complete and accurate tax return. This helping you avoid stress and panic. You won't run into any surprises if you start early. Plus, starting the process early and filing your tax return before the deadline also helps you beat the tax season rush, giving you all the appointment time you really need. For example, say you schedule an appointment to talk to your tax pro at the end of January, and they ask you questions that will impact your tax return, like, did you start a new job this year, or get married, or have a change in dependents? Did you earn more than $20,000 and more than 200 transactions and use an app or company like PayPal or Venmo? Did you make any improvements to your home? Did you go to college, trade school, or vocational school? Did you make a student loan payment? Because answers to these questions will spark our tax experts to help you gather information and documentation that can benefit your tax return. If you wait until the last minute, this process can be more challenging. Filing earlier, at least starting earlier, gives you more time if a new deduction or credit is discovered, from life change or law change, and you're not scrambling to find the size of your home office or business mileage. How early can you start filing taxes? Well, each year the IRS announces when they'll begin accepting and processing tax returns. Generally, it's near the end of January. That doesn't mean you can't start now. I recommend you organize all your tax-related documents into 4 categories: income items, deductions, life changes, and other. Organizing this way not only helps you get and stay prepared, but it also helps prompt you when you and your tax pro are together and you might qualify for a new or different tax deduction or credit. When is the tax deadline to file your 2023 income taxes? Well, this year you have until April 15th, 2024 to file and pay your 2023 federal income taxes. A date and Monday much different than the last several years. There are a few exceptions to not having to file by April 15th, including if you file an extension or in the military, deployed, or out of the country, and others. But an important thing to remember, an extension only gives you more time to file your tax return, not pay any balance due owed. If you file an extension but don't pay on time, you risk penalties and interest from the IRS. What other tips do you have to successfully file early? Well, I have 2 more. One, make sure you and your tax professional electronically file your tax return. It's not only the fastest way to make sure the IRS receives your tax return, but it's the safest way. This keeps paper from getting stolen out of your mailbox or getting lost in the mail. And here at Jackson Hewitt, we'll file for you electronically. Second, electronically deposit your tax refund. Having your refund directly deposited into your bank account or a prepaid bank card is the safest option. This avoids the possibility of your check getting stolen or getting marked as undeliverable if sent to the wrong mailbox. These two bonus tips alone can cut days and weeks off your tax return refund timing and better safeguard your information and your money. Are there any other advantages of filing early? Of course. Filing early, or at least starting early, helps you get your ducks in a row. If you start tracking all the documents you get, especially those related to wages and income, and realize there's a mistake or something missing, you have more time to correct it. Not only will correcting mistakes help you file an accurate return, but it could lead you to getting a bigger tax refund. The advantage of starting early helps you avoid making simple mistakes on your tax return too. Things like basic math errors, spelling names wrong, forgetting to report income, or filing under the wrong status. Or even bigger mistakes, like trying to claim credits or deductions you don't qualify for, or oppositely, failing to claim things you are eligible for. Filing your taxes is important and should be taken seriously. The advantage of having time on likely your largest single financial transaction of the year on your side is huge. What documents do you need to file your tax return early? Great question. There are a lot of documents you should gather. We have a great document checklist on jacksonhewitt.com, but here are a few biggies. An unexpired government-issued photo ID, like your driver's license. A social security card, or the number at least. Last year's federal and state tax returns are a big help. Income documents like W-2s, 1099s, unemployment benefit statements, retirement income documents, and many more. And new for many this year, especially if you're self-employed or have other business or even non-business earnings, watch out and seek out the 1099K for any electronic business payments you receive during the year. Have other documents and you're not sure what to do with them? Bring them in and your tax pro will figure it out. Always better to be safe than sorry and miss out on a possible credit or deduction. Like I mentioned earlier, once you meet with a tax expert, they'll have a few questions for your personal information that will prompt them to ask for other documents that will in turn help you file your tax return. Like if you won money from gambling or sports betting, traded in cryptocurrency or in the stock market, or even big purchases during the year. There are so many things that happen in your life that could have a great tax benefit. But if you file your taxes alone, using software by yourself, you risk not knowing all the credits and deductions you could qualify for. So don't wait any longer. Schedule an appointment with a tax pro today on jacksonhewitt.com. And tell me in the comments, what is the first thing you plan on doing or buying once you receive your tax refund this year? If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel for more valuable information and hit that notification bell to stay updated on all things taxes.